All right, guys, we are coming up on 1 o'clock. I want to get started right on time. This could be a pretty quick master series today. What we're doing, we've had a lot of people, we've added some new features, some really exciting features, and we want to kind of take everybody through just a quick walkthrough on how to properly use all of the features, because the better you use the features, the better you're going to be at making submissions to our projects. So we feel like if we can provide you the best tools to do that and continue to listen to the features that you guys want added, we feel that this portal has become a very important part of your business attraction for your community. Today, here's what we're going to be going through. We're going to basically do our guest intros. We're going to meet a little bit about GSLI, kind of give you guys a refresher on where we're going and what we're doing with the Community Alliance. Then we're going to go into a live demo, and then we'll open it up for Q&A. And during that Q&A, I'm going to ask for some suggestions. So if you've got suggestions of features and things that you've come across as you've been using the portal, or have ideas for us, give it to us. We love to challenge our programmer, and he loves challenges of adding new features to the portal. Stay around, keep your eyes peeled. If you've been using the portal often, you're going to see one of the most exciting features that we've released. It's been the most asked for feature, and it's taken us about 2 months, and it is now live on the website. So as we go through that, whoever is the first to spot the new feature, we're going to give away $50 in Amazon bucks and reward you for using the feature and understanding where we are. So let's meet the presenters. I've got myself, Eric Kleinsorge. I am the chairman. I've been doing this for a little over 26 years. We're coming up on 27. I'm getting a lot of congrats on my work anniversary, so it's probably 27 by now. So thank you for all those congrats. I did this for one purpose. I felt that the creation of jobs met economic impact. And so the better that we can connect expanding or relocating companies with communities that can assist them, then we feel we are always fulfilling our purpose of helping create those jobs. Caresta, she's our business operations manager. I am sure every single person on here has communicated with Caresta at some point. She does our onboarding. She does our customer service. She wears multiple hats in our organization, and we appreciate everything she does. And
Hello, everyone.
she's going to be doing our demo today. So real quick, who is GSLI for the people that are new on here and watching what our portal is about? We solve site location challenges from two perspectives. We both help and consult with communities on how to find projects and how to work the projects that we've identified. And we work with the companies in helping them identify their best site selection practice in finding communities. So by working on both sides, we have both perspectives, and we feel that we can come from a position of strength when making site selection happen. But how does GSLI work? A lot of people ask that, especially the companies. Why are we free to the companies? If you think of GSLI as a national cooperative group, just like a regional group within a state, that's what we do, except we eliminate the competition. So we do that by limiting the number of communities that can join per state, and effectively manage our projects so that they're not competing with each other. And it's a healthier competition between states at that point for the projects. The best thing our members realize is they don't like to waste time researching and finding out how to go about getting prospects. They don't want to invest huge amounts of dollars in advertising, and they for sure don't want the headaches of qualification. And so they do that, and we allow them to do that by leapfrogging all three of those parts, which are called marketing and advertising, because at the end of the day, all they really care about are qualified projects. And that's what we deliver, so that they can eliminate that part. And what that has done it's really flipped the marketing model. If you're out there and you find yourself 80% of your time, you're chasing or finding or hunting or trying to identify projects, and only 20% of your time actually working and trying to close those projects, GSLI allows you to flip that model. So spend only 20% of your time searching for projects because we have the final projects ready and qualified, and 80% of your time working those projects. The new corporate website is live. It's www.gslisolutions.com. We'd love everybody's feedback. If you could drop us an email once you go and view it. There's a community side and there's a company side, and companies are giving us really good reviews on the ease of registering their projects and getting into our system to allow us to help them find new sites. The portal, this is where it all happens. And right now, checked this morning, we have 71 active projects in there. We are about to announce 2. So you'll see that number bounce up and down as we go throughout the year. But I'd like to throw up the poll and want to know if you are familiar with the portal. How many here have used it, love it, or use a lot? A pro, yes, I'm still learning. No, but I can't wait to get started. No, I've never used it. If you could go ahead and give some feedback and answer those questions, that would be great. And what I'm going to do while you're answering those, we're going to dive in, and I'm going to show everyone how quick and what the proper use of the portal is when doing working on your day-to-day. So I'm going to pull over here to the portal. This is the basic page, our home page when you come to it. So if I'm an existing member, we're going to assume that you've already created an account, you're already in here, and you may or may not be an existing member of the portal, but you can still use it for tracking projects. I'm going to log in. Always welcomed by our GSLI bot named E. 90% of the time where I would recommend going is just to the browse projects. If you go to the browse project, that gets you to an overall listing. Once you've built your pipeline, which in this demo, we've built the pipeline to 9 projects, you can start going straight to your pipeline. But you want to browse, see if any new projects are in the pipeline. I'm in the portal. I've now taken a look at my projects. I can see that a lot of these are locked because I have an old subscription and it's not active. So I'm going to kind of go back in and I'm going to show filters. I'm going to search by region. We're in the Southwest. And we find that we have some locked projects and we have some open projects. And I could go ahead and continue to filter down, but I'm going to just take a look at it and say, you know what? I just watched the prospect live on steel housing. I'm very interested in tracking that project. There's good jobs. I'm going to open up the report. I'm going to kind of review all of the information that's needed to identify if they are going to be a good match for us. And if it's locked and I'm a first-time user, I can unlock that. All I have to do is click unlock. And we're going to kind of give a better explanation of credits and how they're used. So the project is unlocked and the menu comes up of everything I can do now for this project. I can watch the prospect live event. I can see if there's any updates. If there's a bell, I know there's an update. I can take notes and continue to follow the progress of this project as I'm working it, and I'm going to submit it. But most importantly, I'm going to add it to my pipeline because I want to track it, and I'll keep that in my pipeline till it's either landed or we've done a site visit or whatever the process is for finalizing that project. You saw that the pipeline grew to 10. I'm ready to submit. If I want to go ahead and submit, and I've actively been submitting on projects, we've created sticky sections that's come back, so you don't have to retype those every time. And I can go ahead and submit. The second that I submit, the team's alerted that I have a submission, and my job's done. I can go back to the projects, and I can log out. And that quickly, I've added a project into my pipeline that my community is going to have a chance to present to and get my information in front of. So that's how quick it is. I'm going to now bring Caresta on. And we're going to basically kind of go through the different sections in the portal, so you actually know how to use the features and what the features are to maximize your time and efficiency in the portal. Again, we have these features. There's community profile. These are the new features that we'll be going through. Community profiles, which is an exciting update. Update alert bells. You saw one of those, a message banner, and then the surprise one. So if anybody has guesses, you can go ahead and put them into the chat box. The first person, like I said, that identifies the new feature that we've added, we're going to basically give $50 away. So Caresta, if you could, go ahead and take control of our computer.
So Eric, I did want to mention that we have been getting a couple already in to the question and answer section, a couple of different guesses. So I haven't seen the surprise guess come across yet. So we're still in good shape there. No. Okay, let me go ahead and take this screen from you. All right, hopefully everybody can see my screen now. I'm right here where you would log in. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And then Eric,
so why don't you start at the top line? We call it's our white banner. It's at the top or the top menu. Kind of go through what they're seeing there on the top.
Absolutely. So if you guys can see my screen, I'm circling right here next to GSLI project portal. There is a credits section, and that just shows how many credits you have. If you had noticed when Eric was in there before, there was 1,500 credits, but he went ahead and unlocked an old lead. If you are an elite member, you have a subscription date, and all leads that come in during this subscription date time are going to be open to you. But there might be something before that started before you decided to join, and you may want to unlock that. And so that is what we do with the credits that we give you upon signing up. You do get 1,500 free credits to unlock any lead. We also want to do some good things in the future with credits, so we went ahead and built out that system. I'll let Eric tell you a little bit more about that when we get done with this information here. So I told you about the subscription, really important. When your subscription ends, you're locked out of all of the other leads that would come in after. So you want to make sure that you're keeping a nice active subscription. Obviously, we do have the browse projects, and that's just going to take you to all of the projects that we currently have in the system. And then we do have the My Pipeline, and that is just going to be all of the projects that you have added to your pipeline using either this little filter, or there's also a button inside each project. And that way you can specifically concentrate on projects that you want to work instead of having to dig through 50 different projects just to find the ones you're interested in. My favorite button is going to be right here. It is the Get Help button. And I absolutely love this button because this is where you report problems. So this is my button. If you have an issue or anything going on with the portal, all you have to do is simply click the category that it falls into and leave me a detailed message about what exactly is going on. This alerts me immediately, and it also alerts our development team, so that way we can tackle any issues. So super important button right there, and always the way you want to report any issues on the portal. Okay.
Yeah, Caressa, in terms of the credits, I kind of want to go over that real quick. So a lot of people ask what the credits are for. There are a lot of new things that we're going to be doing as we develop the system that will be based on a credit system. So it's a way for us to reward members by giving them credits, and that allows them to go back in time. So if there is a project that might be a month ago that's perfectly aligned and they've earned credits or they've purchased credits, it allows them to go back and open those up. And later on in the presentation, there is an offer that's exciting for new members that we'll include on the credits. But Cressa, now let's go over to the little, I see your picture over there, the e-bot, because this is our demo. I love him.
Absolutely.
Talk about the side menu.
Okay, so if you see right next to your name should be here in your portal. This should be your picture, obviously not a little bot. And then there's going to be just this little arrow right here. And so when you click that, it is going to bring out a whole side menu. And these items are this is the most important menu to me. Your dashboard is your lifeline. It is going to have all the information that you can find anywhere else on this portal. It includes all your submissions, anything that you've touched on, so you can easily go there and view or edit them. This quick links portion is one of my favorites because it does allow you to see what you've been or what we've put in most recently, as well as where you've been, right? What you've visited previously. This is super important to me because sometimes I can be doing something late at night, be a little forgetful. And if I need to remember what that project was, I can easily come back here and be like, oh, that was the one. I was in DC Cola. Also, here you can get to your active projects. You can also get to your pipeline. Again, you can get to Get Help, my favorite button. You can see those credits and your subscription, and as well as your subscription history. So if you had multiple subscriptions over the years, it would all be there. And your profile and settings. When you click on the profile and settings, this is where you go to put your basic information. You can add in your profile picture and company logo. You can also change your email or password information. So that is the very first button of all of the side menu. Again, it has the credits, subscription, profile, help, and this is my favorite button, which I think a lot of our members do not know about just yet. One of those new features that Eric was talking about. And this is
But
your
not the one, but
no,
it's
not
one.
the feature. Definitely not the feature. I'm not saying what it is. We want someone to win that money, but this is a great added feature that we've done. Um, in this section, you can go ahead and create a company profile. It allows you to put basic information. And I've actually done some for the Dallas area just because I wanted you guys to see a realistic idea of what this looks like. So it does show any organizations that you're a part of, basic information, if you guys have different types of incentives available, as well as that contact information, which is super important.
Two
Eric,
things on
how are
that.
we using this?
Yeah, two things on that, Caresta. Anyone that has an account can create a community profile, and we want to make that a searchable database with information. So if a project is coming in and they want to kind of compare communities and see different statistics and what type of offerings they have, they'll be able to do a search. This will also, it creates a PDF of your community profile that will be submitting to the projects with your submissions. And if you can see some of the information, scroll down a little bit, Caresta. The information of population, those types of items are going to be removed from the survey so that they'll be already be completed every time. Even though we have the sticky sections, once you've completed this, you won't ever have to complete that information. You'll only have to update it if it changes on this section. Big note here, if you are a part of a regional or statewide or national organization and it's not listed, let us know. We talk to the associations and we build and make sure where they would like those linked to, and we'll be glad to put those on there to show what type of organizations you guys are members of. So I see a lot of guesses. Is that everything on the side menu, Caresta?
There's just one other thing I did want to touch, and that is going to be the suggest a feature button. So, Eric has spent a lot of time working on this baby, and he has worked with economic development for 26 plus years, as we know. But we are not in the trenches every day. And so we don't know exactly everything that could be of a benefit to you, but we want to. So please, please, please use the suggest a feature. If you have any things that you want to bring, it just ask for some basic information and to tell us about the idea. And these are going to come to me and also come to Eric. And that way we can filter through and make sure that we make this everything that you guys want it to be. That's the
Perfect.
side menu.
Perfect. And I see a lot of great guesses. Pat, thank you. The inline ads are new, but they're not ads. I'll be explaining those in a second. Actually, go ahead and go to that. If you see on the browse project, scroll down and you'll see a Choose Texas logo. What that is, if you're in here and you're a member of ours, the state of Texas has built a marketing program with us, or we have built that on behalf of Texas. And all it does is educate companies in their sectors on why you should do business in Texas. And there are participating cities that join the Elite Texas Cities program. And therefore, those leads are just for Texas. And those are there and they use the portal, and that signifies that that is one of their particular leads. If anybody wants us to talk with them about a regional or state program, it is a great way to add an additional pillar to your lead generation system that is all housed within the portal. So now, Pat, I see you saw that. That's good catch. Anna, thank you. That message banner at the bottom is new, but that is not the exciting feature. So I love that the fact that you guys are in here, Cindy, the number of credits up at the top, that's been there a while, but we keep refining it. We're going to go to the blue menu. So we're going to open it up and we're going to see if anybody notices what the new feature is.
Huh.
Interactive map has been there for a little bit.
Little bit, been there for a little bit, but super helpful. I don't think we mentioned that. This
So
map just,
Allison Church,
Oh.
you are the winner. Anna, you were 2 seconds behind. But Allison, the add internal projects has been the most requested feature. And what this allows you to do as you are working our projects, this allows you to put your own internal projects into your system, and they are proprietary. No one can see, they're locked in your system, but allows you to add to your pipeline with your own projects. If you go to a trade show, if you get a lead from your website, however you're generating your own projects, it allows you to put them in here and start tracking them. And we're doing some exciting things with the submissions. So they put together professional submissions for you. And as you go through it, you'll see on the right side, there's an internal banner. So you'll know if that's one of your leads or our leads. And if you go back up to the top, you can open up the banner.
hold on one second, going back to there.
You can click show internal projects and that can filter them out. But the best tip I can give you, if it's an internal lead, go down Cresta to the test.
Which one? Eric's
below,
test?
Below dream. Right there. Quickly add that to your pipeline by clicking on the funnel, and you're going to see it pop up into your pipeline. And now you can view your internal projects along with our projects and keep a focus. If there's reports that your board needs on who are all the projects that we're working, and you want to print reports from here, that is a new feature that we're really excited about. There may be some small glitches, but our team has done over 100 hours of testing on that. And so we want it to be clean and working for you guys. But by all means, if you find a glitch, send that to Caresta. Chris, are we done with the blue menu?
For the blue menu, I do think we covered everything. It's just those filter sections and then obviously adding your no internal project.
So let's go to the listing, browse, and we're gonna drop down to the main section where everybody's always excited. Those are the ways, those are the features to effectively work these projects. And here's the way to see all the projects. Go across the line and explain what they're seeing on the listings.
Absolutely. So first you're going to see this little lock feature. And so if you are a guest in our portal, our projects are going to be locked to you. However, once you become a member, I've added a subscription on here. The projects will show unlocked during your membership subscription. Okay. And then you have your project name, and it's going to tell you approximately how many jobs that they're looking to create with this job. And next you see a little banner that shows the status of the project. It can either say active. If you scroll down a little bit further, you can see, well, maybe not on this page, but some might be suspended. One could be landed. So you'll see a lot of different things to just kind of tell you the status of that project. Another thing you'll see next to the ones that we have a prospect live webinar on, you can actually access that webinar directly from this button. I don't think it'll let me, oh, actually it will. Hey, it'll let me go there right now while we're live with you guys on a webinar, but you can actually watch the webinar directly from the system. If you scroll a little bit further past the project name, you're going to find this section here. And if you hover over, that is going to be how you could easily add a project to your pipeline without delving into the project. It also tells you your regions of interest. So if it's a national search or if they're looking in a specific region or even state, then the building size, so whatever the specific building requirements for that project are, those are going to be located right here on this front page, as well as the time frame. So most of the projects that you're seeing right here in the front are on a pretty quick time frame. It's good to know when you're browsing projects that it was qualified on August 25th and they are in a hurry to get this project landed somewhere. So helps you to see everything. That's pretty much all for what's on this front page. However, I think I'm going to click on one of the open projects so you guys can see exactly everything that happens inside. Forgive me, my computer's running a little slow here. All right. So in here, you can see there's a lot of different options of things for you to do. Of course, you're going to get a lot more information on the project itself, any special requirements. These dates down here are going to be super important. You have the date we originally qualified the project, and then an initial RFI submission. This date is super important because that's when we're going to be sending our very first packet with our member information over to the company for review. It does not mean that you cannot submit past this date, though. It is just an initial date, the original date that we're sending information, but we will continue to send information as long as the company is willing to accept it. So do not let that keep you from submitting if you see that that date has already passed. It also tells a lot of the information that you would want to know about the project and the company. But over here on the side, I think this is our most important menu. From here, you can check out updates, which I don't think we've mentioned updates at all. This is fairly new, but not the new feature, obviously. If you click on the updates section, if there's a little bell with the red dot, it will just tell you all the updates that we've had on the project since it first launched. So this is great information. And this is also where if we're having any issues communicating with the project, we will let you know that we're going to release that contact information for the project to you guys.
Important thing there, Caresta, make sure that you hit mark as read mark all as read, and that way it notifies the system that you've read it. So it'll take that alert bell off, and you won't see that alert bell until there's another update. And so those of you that are not aware of this, we update every single project in the portal that's live every 45 days. So on the backside, our system has big question marks notifying our team that we need to make a engagement call and find out where the project is in their process.
Absolutely. Super important stuff. My notes section, if you have not had a chance to use the My Notes section, it's very simple. You can simply add a new note right here. It's going to ask you what you did, what you'd like to do next, and a date that you would like to get that done. And once you create the note, they're just going to all list here. So it keeps a running stack of all the notes that you have. From in here, you can either email or print those notes. I know a lot of communities we work with have boards. So if they're able to just easily print their notes to go with their project reports, it makes for a really seamless reporting, if you will. Now, this is the most important button. Eric touched on it just a little bit earlier. It is our submit button. As he said, there are going to be some sticky fields here that will stay filled in. You can always change those if you like. Now, the important thing about this submission form is, or the most important thing for me, is these buttons down here at the bottom. And the reason being is because you have two different options. One, you're not complete and you're saving your work to complete later. And two, you're complete and ready for delivery to prospect. So the reason this is so important is you can always go back in and edit a submission. But if it is not marked complete and ready for delivery to prospect, then we're going to think that you're still working on that. And we're not going to submit that to the company because we think it's not ready. So just make sure that once you're done and you've put all the final information in, that you're clicking that complete button and then submitting. Okay. It will show your submission here, and also a way to edit once you do have a submission. I actually have one really quickly, so I can show it to you. I did do some submissions myself. Bear with me 1 second. So now if I've submitted on that, when I click my submissions, it says the date that I made that submission. I can download the PDF and I can still go back in and edit. Okay. So that's a super important button. But also down here, you can email this report or print this report. And the great thing about when you go to print this report is it takes out all the cutesy icons and fun stuff, and it really makes a professional report. So it makes your job really easy in communicating exactly what you've been working on.
Cresta, if you could scroll down on that, well, go ahead and hit that print again, or scroll down on that particular section.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that it also includes, guys, so you know, it includes the updates all within the report. So that's included where you don't have to click to two different sections. So that's a nice addition that we asked the developer to make sure that we include those on there. I believe, and you'd have to confirm this, Chris, but I also believe it puts your notes at the bottom after the updates. So it's all conveniently put onto one page.
You know what? I think that they are separate features. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I can definitely check into it and get back, give you guys more information on that if you request it. I think that's everything for the project report for the inside buttons, I guess I can say. So that covers project listings.
Awesome. So that, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and start putting them into the Q&A. We're going to go back. So just a quick review. We did the top menu demo. We did the blue menu demo. We did the side menu. We did the project listings. We had detailed project reports. The one thing that a couple things I want you to look for. These are also some of these are new additions. When a live project, or whenever a project is put into the portal, you get a live new project alert. So the second that we update and put it into the portal, you're alerted that there is a portal project, sorry, for you to go into and peruse, see if there's a good match, and see if it's one you want to put into your pipeline and submit on. It also has project update alerts. So anytime we do an update, if it is in your pipeline, it will send you an email saying, hey, there's an update on this project. If it's not in your pipeline, we're not going to inundate you with useless emails that you don't care about. So if you're not getting updates on an alert or on a project, and it's one that you want to receive updates on, make sure you've put that into your pipeline. Same thing, very important here, contact information released. Believe it or not every single project that's going to create job wants to talk with us, and they can become dormant. We feel after 45 days, we believe that that lead is moving on, trying to locate other sites, and doesn't want to work with us. Whether or not it's proprietary, there's confidential information, they just don't want to work with GSLI. They want to work directly with the community instead of us. If you have submitted exhibiting to us and the company that you have an interest in submitting, and there's a good match, and you've put it in your pipeline, you'll get an alert that we've released the contact information. And when we do that, a new button appears on the project report. You click on it, you get the person's name, phone number, email for your own personal follow-up. And we appreciate anybody that engages with any of the projects once we've released that information, to work with your coach and make sure that we know any updates with the project. Also, this is kind of really nice. Whenever we receive your submission, we send a confirmation. It kind of looks like this, and it has a download submission button on it, which allows you to download the submission. And this is why it's important to complete your submission. It looks like a big form, but it actually creates this book for the project. So there's a cover page that says who it's been submitted from. And this one, it's the EBOT, which is our demo. It's to who it's being submitted to, and then all of the pertinent information. This is sent to them in PDF format, and these are all clickable. So if you've included buildings, if you've included maps or other information, they can click on those and easily open them up, and all of your data, and then a final contact information page. So that is all formatted for you. You don't have to do anything, and it's in a consistent format for the project to evaluate. And we've gotten tremendous feedback on the evaluation process through that. So I've got a question and answers. Do I see any questions? Looks like a lot of these have been answered through the poll. If Allison, it says, that's kind of an earlier question on the internal banner. I know you were meaning, or that was your guess. Hopefully describe that, but that's your ability to add your own internal leads. And Anna, same thing. If there are no questions, I want to thank everybody today for taking your time. I hope this master, Pat, I like the sticky fill-in submission form. It seems to lose some formatting. Is it possible to maintain it? Would love you to go ahead and click on the get help section, and we'll take that.
I'm actually working on that one already. I did notice that when we were doing some submissions for this demo. And so I did actually get with our developer, and he is fixing those as we speak. So in the future, they should each have their own line if you left them on their own line.
So perfect, Pat. Thank you very much for your question. If anybody has, you don't have to do it now, but if anybody has any exciting features or something that as you're working through the system, we love them. We love being challenged with difficult features. We feel like we can meet, and I know our developer can put them together for you. You just have to give us some time. But we'd love any information on features that you have. Here is the special offer. If you are not a current Alliance member of GSLI, we would love to explore if you could be a part of our team because of the exclusivity. We're making a special offer today. If you book your demo with our team, we'll evaluate, see if we've closed out a particular state or if there are open communities. We do a small evaluation to see where you are in your business attraction process. If you'd like information, we'll put up a poll. Go ahead and click yes. That'll notify us that you would like us to contact you. But if you qualify and join for the GSLI Community Alliance and use the code PORT 4500, if you remember what the credits do, those open up previous projects. That'll allow you from day one to work and start a pipeline for your community with 3 projects. And we've talked to a ton of communities that said we haven't had 3 projects in an entire year from some of our other marketing efforts. So you can confidently go to your board and say, we are already working projects out of the gate by using our credit system. And we'd love to meet you and learn more about your community as one of our Alliance members. With that said, guys, here are some contacts. Most everybody knows these people, but Brooke Edwards, if you'd like additional information, you can send it to Brooke at gslisolutions.com. She will filter it to the right coach. 2 of our amazing coaches are Amanda Tompkins and Carol Harris. They both work diligently with communities and receiving their submissions, communicating with the projects, helping set up site visits. In fact, yesterday we were on a one-on-one call with one of our projects and secured a site visit for one of our projects. This morning, I'm watching a community council meeting on approving some incentives for one of our projects that are in their final stages. So a lot of great things happening, and we're excited about being able to share those with the communities. And we know without you, none of these projects would land and create jobs. We need your help. We appreciate the assistance that you give the communities, and we love doing business with you. So thank you for attending today. And with that said, we're going to sign off till our next Master Series. And thank you for attending. We'll see you again soon.
Bye, everyone. Thank you. Have a great day.